And the e-transmission we are talking about now does not state that it shows how I voted. Let's not get Nigeria confused. It's just for somebody to say, put this figure for this one and put this one for this one. It does all. So if somebody now used, like what we saw in the last election where in East, a whole full state, APC could not generate 1,000 votes. Even when only 2 wards, ESCO, is almost 1,000. Full party ESCO. When some people will carry women and they'll be using by themselves, there were video to it singing. Oh, there was one song they were singing. Yes, this one killing me. Now let me tell you. Some people feel if I don't have it, let the word fall. If we want to advocate for transparency, let's advocate in a way that all will be, because at that time some things were happening in some state because those people have mattered out either using Toggle or whatever they wanted to use, and they were not laughing at others that they couldn't win here. People have learned lessons too from their mistake. They don't want you to also take them unaware. Since you had to also mobilize to defeat this time, they will also mobilize even in your own backyard. They will help also mobilize in that your backyard so that the error that happened before can happen. Now, I am not saying e-transmission is not, when we say real time, the real time in there means as we are calculating or counting, as you are reflecting, you will be. So even in some quarters, security agencies were intimidated. They couldn't even go far. So when they speak language, if you cross here, you will. So there were a lot of things that were happening that were not supposed to happen. So what we advocate that another INEC want to start doing some reviewing in the Electoral Act or reviewing their modus operandi. Let them add e-voting system. When there is e-voting system, it's already an e-transmission already. You don't need to vote manually and you will say the transmission must be e. No, I'm not saying anything is wrong in it, but it's not supposed to be a contentious issue because either way can still be ringed. Now let me tell you, some people were crying that there were no e-transmission, yet they garner a certain vote that they garner. My leader talked about some people, some party, some people who thought they could win. Let me tell you, politicians are very vast and smart. Some of those people didn't get tickets in APC or PDP. They moved to Labour, for example. And do you know that election is about mobilization? It's about the politician? Do you know as early as 2 a.m. on an election day, a politician and his agent have already started calling people who want to come and vote, sometimes standing close to their junction to pack them out? You think it's just on the ground of sympathy? Let me tell you, some of those people who moved to those parties and their followers also moved to them as at that time to go and deliver that which they love. That was what happened, not really because it was a mark track of a particular image as some persons try to make it to look. Because right in that grassroots in those villages, where in some area they don't even watch news, they don't watch television, do they know that name you are talking in Abuja, that is that particular name? Is that their local politician they know? All right. Yeah, and it's because that local politician, they all came out en masse, for example, to vote who they wanted to vote.
Okay.